Hello, I am so excited to meal plan with you today because I am using my new 4-week gut protocol meal plan cards. I kind of have them sectioned off, but you may have used my 80-day obsession meal plan cards, and once 4-week gut protocol came out, there were added A's and B's and all sorts of things like that. So it's like, I know I need to get a system in place. So, of course, I created a system. I've been working on this for a very, very long time, and I am very excited to share it with you now. So, like I mentioned, there are about 104 different meal ideas, and I'll show you kind of how I use them along with my meal plan templates to put together your 4-week gut protocol meal plan. So once you print out and then punch out all your cards, I kind of group them into breakfast ideas, and then the middle just has some different lunch, dinner ideas. I still have the color for the protein, so yellow is chicken, blue is seafood, green is vegan, and then red is like beef, like meat. And so you can see all those there. And then, of course, on the back of each card is the ingredients list. So, and then I also have a little snack section as well. So you can plan all of your meals using meal card ideas. So, and one of the things that you'll notice, and I'll show you as we go through the meal plan cards I pulled. So I went ahead and I pulled out my cards, and I'll show this to you as I go through. But let me share my screen. So this is the meal plan template. I calculate for a meal plan A, so this is the template that I follow. I will show you that the templates are available in the What's Working Here, excuse me, in the resource library. When you, so the cards will be available for purchase in the next couple of weeks, hopefully soon. But you'll get the cards. You can see those are the color combo for 80-day obsession. But these will be for 4-week gut protocol because it's got the A's and B's on there as well. So if you scroll down under food, you can see ultimate portion fix, and then you can see the 4-week gut protocol. And then if you click on that, that's going to open up your meal plan template. So as part of the card set, you will get the meal plan templates. And the other thing that I added extra for the 4-week gut protocol meal plan cards is you will also get this Word doc so that you can copy and paste into your meal plan template, so you're not having to type in things. I figured that would make it easier as well. So let's go through. Like I mentioned, I kind of did my cards into breakfast and then like lunch and dinner and then snacks. So I went through my breakfast cards, and the first one I use every time is I like to do, so the first thing I do is I usually put in the days, the dates, and anything we have going on so that you know, like, oh, this week we have a Sunday soccer game. So I know I'm not going to make an elaborate breakfast or lunch on Sunday because we're going to be out at the soccer fields. So my first meal is always my Shakeology. So I pull my Shakeology card, and it has, it's a green, a purple, and then a red B. And you can see that coordinates over here. And you can see that I can just go in, I can copy this, and I can paste it. And what I'll do is I'll just go in and I will paste it for every, oops, that's not how that's supposed to work. It should just be this. Copy. That. There we go. Now it's got the other things. So I will just go in and I will copy and paste that down for every day of the thing. Sometimes the A's and B's don't come over. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why. If you know how to fix that, let me know. But sometimes the A's and B's don't come over. You may have to fill those back in. So I'll copy that down for every day. And then the next thing I do is I pick 2 meal 2, so second breakfast. So I've selected 2 of those, and I did one that's going to have a, so this is where you have a red A and a red and a yellow A or a yellow B. So I've got one of each. So I'll kind of show you how I mix those up. So I picked the breakfast sausage with asparagus and oatmeal card. So I can go over to my document and find that. I picked it with asparagus. Okay, so I'm going to copy that and copy that over, and I'm going to make that for meal 2. So I'm just going to paste that in. Like I said, sometimes the A's and B's don't come over. I apologize for that. And then the other one I picked is a B. So this is asparagus, bacon, eggs, and hash browns. So I'll do 2 pieces of bacon, 1 egg, and then the hash browns. So I'll go down and find that. And so that one is a B. And so I'll put that for my meal 2. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 2 meal 3s for the week, which is my lunch. And I really liked when I did the 4-week gut protocol, I did these vegan kind of lunch bowls. And you can see these don't have anything detailed to tell you where to find the recipe because, I mean, it's sausage, asparagus, and oatmeal. There's not really a recipe. But for these that have recipes, you can see I put in parentheses WWH. That stands for what's working here. And then you can see there are some meal plans that we'll get to, some recipes, and it'll say 4WGP, and that's under the 4-week gut protocol meal plan, the recipes and things like that once you're in Beachbody On Demand. So the first one I'm going to pick, so this one is, with the oatmeal, is a yellow A. So I can just go back and copy this and copy my A there and then paste it and try to put it where it goes. There we go. Okay, so I know for my lunch, for my other yellow, I need to make that a B. So I'm going to use my Asian noodle bowl with rice cakes because that counts as a B. So I'm going to go down to the section in the document that is my little lunches and dinners. So you can see I have the document kind of divided the same way, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I'm going to go down. And again, with 4-week gut protocol, you can put things wherever you want. I just enjoyed putting it into a template. And then from there, you can move things around. But I liked having an idea, a starting point, and then from there I could move stuff around wherever I wanted. Let's find the vegan lunches. You can see there's lots of different ideas. Okay, so it's the Asian noodle bowl with rice cakes. And again, it's got the WWH, which stands for what's working here, so that's where you can find that. So I'm going to copy and paste that here. And copy it over the B. So now I've got my A and my B, and then you'll have to go in and fill back in those. And then so for the other day, this one is actually the hash browns. Oops. The hash browns count as a yellow B. So I'll just copy that so you can see. Okay, so the hash browns count as a yellow B. So I'm going to make sure that my lunch meal is going to have a yellow A. So I'm choosing the Southwest Salad Bowl, and again, that's on the What's Working Here website. And again, it makes it easy on the back because once you've planned all your meals, you can just go through and flip and say, okay, this is what I need to get from the grocery store, and just kind of flip there and place your meal plan order. So that one is the Southwest Salad Bowl. So I'm going to go down and grab that. Where is it? Because it's my yellow A. There we go. And copy that. And then I can just paste it for my meal 3. And it actually brought the colors, the A's and B's over for me. So now I'm going to pick 2 meal 4s for the week. So these are the snacks. The first one I picked is peppers, guacamole, and mango. So you can either go into the document and copy and paste it, or you can type it in, whichever you find easier. and mango, and so then I'll alternate that for the week. And then my other one I picked is cucumbers. I like just the little mini cucumbers on their own. And then I'll do berries and coconut yogurt. And again, I mix the berries and coconut yogurt together with some a little honey there. And then I would just alternate that for the week. So now all I have left is my meal fives. So I'm just picking, I went in and I like to pick, change up the variety. Remember, you only get one red meat a week, so you get one red card. And so then I just kind of tried to alternate them. So I picked the Everything Bagel Salmon. It's from 4-Week Gut Protocol, and then I added asparagus to it. So then that's why this card gets a red and a green. So I can go and find that. And I've kind of grouped all the cards together to where they're kind of the same. So it's easy when you're going into the meal plan template to go in and just pull those there. Yeah, I don't have to grab the things. I could leave it like that. That would probably work better. Okay, so I've got my Everything Bagel Salmon with asparagus. My first one. The next one is going to be taco salad. That is a recipe that's on the What's Working Here website. And then that'll be my dinner. And then again, like I said, I'll fill this in. So this will actually... I'll actually copy all of this block at the top, and that will all be the same for Tuesday, and then I'll just change up the dinner. So I picked, already did the taco salad. I also picked the chicken a la king with cauliflower cream sauce. That is a 4-Week Gut Protocol meal. I can find that there. And then just copy and paste. And I'll do the same thing with Monday's block. I'll copy the top half. Maybe. I'll copy the top half. And then plug it in for Wednesday as well. Because I'm just alternating those two different meal 2s, meal 3s, and meal 4s. And then for Wednesday, I picked shrimp and with pesto and zoodles. So, and that really doesn't have a recipe. You can find a pesto recipe on the What's Working Here website. Oh, and I have the link to it. And then I'll do the same thing. I'll keep copying the blocks down. And then on Thursday, we usually have leftovers. So I'll put that in there. And then Friday, I'll do the same top half. And Friday and Saturday, we usually eat out. So I put that there. And again, alternating the top half. But using the template gives you a starting place. If you were going to go in and you were going to pull something else different, like the Visaya from Fixate, it has a, if I wanted to have that for dinner, then I would take one of my yellows, my yellow A, and I would just move that down to dinner. Or there are sometimes whenever I made like I might add some blueberries or bananas to my oatmeal. I'll just take my purple container and then move it up to that. So you can move the containers around. The template just makes it easy to go in. So what I usually do each week is I'll pop open my last week meal plan. This week I started with a blank one, but I usually pop open last week's meal plan, and then I'll just go in and make changes from there and adjust things. And I may repeat, I might have really liked having peppers, guacamole, and mango last week, so I'm going to leave it on this week, but I kind of over the yogurt, so I'll switch that out. So you don't have to do a whole new menu each week. And then it makes it really easy to get different ideas with the meal plan cards, and then just go in and switch out your containers from there. But if you have questions about the meal plan cards, they will be available soon. If you want to get on the waiting list, shoot me over a message and I will let you be the first to know whenever I have them available. But if you have questions about Get Protocol or meal planning, let me know and I'm happy